So what? Please don't kill me. Unaffiliated and non-resistant means nothing to me.
Hey guys, welcome in. I'm West Coast Chaos, and today I will be counting down my picks for the top 10 support characters in anime.
I don't think you've met my poison claws.
In this list, we'll be giving love to the characters who aren't the main characters of the anime, but who are well deserving and carry the story just as much as the main character. Just to be clear for my requirements for this list, just so long as they're not the main protagonists of the show, they are eligible for the list. Before we begin, if you haven't yet, please hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe while you're here if you enjoy this content. It just takes a moment and it really helps me out. Now, without further ado, let's get to the list. Number 10. Gojo Satoru, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Gojo Satoru, Jujutsu Kaisen で1年を担当してる.
Gojo is a teacher at the Tokyo Jujutsu High School. He is a special grade Jujutsu sorcerer and widely considered to be the greatest sorcerer in all the world. Gojo is the pride of the Gojo family. He is the first person to inherit both the Limitless and the Six Eyes in 400 years. He is a great leader, strong-willed, and serious when he needs to be. But in his everyday life, he tends to be more lighthearted, goofy, and really funny.
2年のみんなに見せよーっと。手出して。ほらほら。ほらほら。ほら。
As the anime Jujutsu Kaisen focuses on Ichidori, I consider Gojo eligible for this list, and he comes in at the number 10 slot. You don't want to piss off Gojo, or you may find yourself in his domain expanse, Infinite Void.
領域展開。無料空所。
Number 9. Faye Valentine, Cowboy Bebop. Faye is a member of the bounty hunting crew, and aboard the ship, the Bebop, she joins Spike and Jet as they pursue wanted criminals in the galaxy and try to collect on their bounties. Although only appearing at roughly 23 years of age, she is actually closer to 77 years old, as she was cryogenically frozen when there was an accident aboard the shuttle. She spent 54 years in suspended animation before waking up. If you want a woman who is tough and takes no bull from anyone and an all-around badass, this is your girl, Faye Valentine.
You know the first rule of combat?
Huh?
Shoot them before they shoot you.
Number 8. Osamu Dazai, Bungo Stray Dogs. Dazai is a member of the Armed Detective Agency and a former executive of the underground organization Port Mafia. A main member of the Armed Detective Agency, Dazai is an excellent detective with outstanding deduction skills, and he also possesses supernatural abilities that, with a single touch, can neutralize other supernatural powers, rendering them void and useless.
My ability is no longer human. My power allows me to reverse anyone else's power. It works through a simple touch.
Dazai is awesome, but a chaotic mess. Number 7. Sesshomaru, Inuyasha. Sesshomaru is a full-fledged demon and brother to the half-demon Inuyasha. He wants nothing but ultimate power and pursues the Tenseiga that was left to Inuyasha by his father. He wants to possess it, but its power does not allow him to. Instead, his father left him the Tenseiga, which is a sword that can bring the dead back to life, which Sesshomaru considers utterly useless. At first, he is mostly evil, but eventually develops a softer heart once he comes across the orphan Rin and then takes care of her. Sesshomaru is just a badass and one of my favorite characters, and gets the number 7 spot on this list.
Fang. It is the Fang I seek here.
Number 6. Raphtalia, Rising of the Shield Hero. A demi-human, bought out of slavery by Nalphabe, the Shield Hero, she becomes his sword, a powerful party member who can dispatch all enemies. She's cute, lovable, and has raccoon ears, and also a very capable swordsman, and one of my all-time favorite characters, and she gets the number 6 slot on this list. Eventually, she becomes the Katana Hero, and an all-out badass.
We don't have to fight. Leave and you'll be spared. Instant blade missed.
Number 5. L. Death Note. L is a private investigator that is brought in to solve the most difficult cases that even the police cannot solve themselves. Quirky, a little off, and even weird, L is an antisocial genius who can solve the most difficult case of all, the case of Kira, the killer who can kill without being present. He sits funny and loves his sweets, but can he solve the case of Kira? Or will it be his demise? Death Note is one of my favorite animes of all time, and L gets the number 5 slot in my top 10 favorite support characters in anime, in my own opinion.
If you are who you say you are, then you have nothing but my respect and admiration.
Thank you. The reason I chose to reveal my identity to you is because I think you could be of some help to us on the Kira investigation. Light Yagami. The likelihood that you are Kira is just under 5%. Even so, something tells me I'm not wrong to suspect you. But you're just too perfect. If you are Kira, I can't think of anything that would put more pressure on you than this little scenario.
If this guy is really L like he says, then consider me impressed.
Number 4. Asuna, Sword Art Online. Asuna is a friend and later to be wife of Kirito, and a sub-leader of the Knights of the Blood Oath, a medium-sized guild acknowledged as the strongest guild in Aincrad. Asuna is a strong-willed, accomplished player known in-game as the Flash for her extraordinary fast sword skill. Later, she falls in love with Kirito and they marry in-game. She's smart, cute, an amazing fighter, and she's one of my favorite characters and locks down the number 4 spot on my list. Number 3. Vegeta, Dragon Ball franchise. Vegeta, or recognized as Prince Vegeta, is the prince of the fallen Saiyan race and the husband of Bulma, the father of Trunks and Bura, the eldest son of King Vegeta. Regal, egotistical, and full of pride, Vegeta was once a ruthless, cold-blooded warrior and outright killer, but later abandons his role in the Frieza Force, instead opting to remain and live on Earth. He would later repeatedly fight alongside Universe's 7 most powerful warriors in order to protect Earth and his family, as well as surpass Goku in power. He's a total badass and locks down the number 3 spot on my list.
That's right. You had no idea, did you? I've been a Super Saiyan for years, and now I too have the power of a god.
Number 2. Levi Ackerman, Attack on Titan. Levi, often more formally referred to as Captain Levi, is the squad captain of the Special Operations Squad within the Survey Corps, and is widely known as humanity's strongest soldier. Although he rarely shows it, Levi has a strong sense of morality and empathy. One of his most defining characteristics is the great value he places on preserving human life. Because of their hazardous profession and his personal values, he cares greatly for his subordinates' welfare. He tells his subordinates to use their judgment so that they can avoid blunders that may cost their lives. He's a great leader and a certified badass, and is number 2 on my list. Before we continue with the countdown, please click that like button and subscribe if you're enjoying the video, and click that notification bell, and follow me on Twitter so that you can be notified as soon as I post a video. And now, without further ado, let's get to the top of the list. Number 1. Revy, Black Lagoon. Rebecca Lee, mainly referred to as Revy, and sometimes Two Hands. She is troubled, loud, rude, sarcastic, deadly, competitive, short-tempered, cynical, confident, and considerably aggressive. A person who believes that life is meaningless and rejects all religious and moral principles. Unlike Rock, Revy is undiplomatic, believing in the use of brute force and coercion to get her way. Out of all the characters in the series, Revy uses the foulest language and is also a heavy smoker and drinker. She's merciless, sadistic, and more often capable of killing anyone, even unarmed civilians. Even if you're her friend, she just might as quick kill you over a slight disagreement. And that's what makes her a certified badass and number 1 on my list of my favorite support characters in all of anime. And there you go. That's it. My list of the top 10 favorite supporting characters in all of anime. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and if you did, go ahead and check out some of these other videos on my channel. I hope to see you guys on the next one. Till then, take care.